so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming ray, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the beautiful campus of Texas Christian University, where your TCU Horned Frogs take on the Aggies from Texas A&M. And boy, oh boy, what a beautiful day we have today in Fort Worth, Texas. And joining me on the broadcast is the El Capitan, Trey Mala. Trey, first off, let me just congratulate you for being a champion from last year. LSA. So here you find yourself back in cozy confines, but you don't have your outfit on, man. But you brought your stick over here. So okay.
Yeah,
don't make me jealous.
We're ready.
Don't make me jealous with the TCU Lacrosse
We're ready.
stuff.
We got the hoodie. The boys are here. They're lining up. They're looking great. It's a beautiful day in Fort Worth.
Man, it is. And you brought the stick over here. Is it because you're missing the action right now?
And you always have to have your spoon. You always have to have your wand.
I love it. I absolutely love it, man. And so tell the people what you've been up to, man. You've graduated now. You're a full-fledged adult.
Yes, sir.
So how's life for you, Trey?
It's been great. I'm in Dallas, so
Okay.
it's beautiful, man. I love it. Working, get to come back and see the boys on a beautiful Saturday.
Right.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, look, this coming off of an LSA championship last year, obviously TCU is primed and ready to go for a repeat, having to defend a championship from last year. And obviously that's a pretty much different wrinkle for this club. Finally making it to nationals. How do you feel about this group this year?
Man, I think they're going back to back. They got a great returning squad. I've heard great things about the freshmen. And I'm fired up to see how they play today. First home game.
First home game, like you said, and down at the X for the Horned Frogs is number 44, JT Macedo. And for the Aggies is number 3, and that's Will Carterer. As we wait for our official to drop the ball on the X, and this is a matchup between two opponents from the championship game. You think the Aggies got a little bit of revenge in their hearts right now?
They have to, yeah. A little chip on their shoulder. They're looking to get one back. And the Frogs are looking to defend their title, so they're fired up as well.
As things clear out at the X, it looks like we're getting ready to get started. And here we are, Carterer and Macedo at the X. Easy win for Macedo, who is on the go. Looks like he had a check swing from behind, and it comes out. And
Ground ball here.
bit of a scrum, but a shot on goal, and your goalie is number 17, Jason Kroslovitz for the Aggies.
Going to be Aggie ball on the clear.
Possession, like you said, Trey, possession is going to go to the Aggies as Kroslovitz comes from out of the crease. And it's the beginning of the season, so, hey, passes are not so crisp yet. All right, wait till we
knocking the rust off.
Get in mid-season
Little
form,
back
we'll
and
be ready to
forth.
go. Number 42, Andrew Wilson on the clear.
Frogs are getting their starting lineup in the game.
And let's see here. Looks like we have Hayden Lundy working from behind the X. Getting it back out top to Ethan Griffin. What are the Horned Frogs looking for right now, and what's the setup that you're seeing, Trey?
Yeah, they're looking for a good first offensive possession. Looks like they're running out of a 2-3-1. Ethan Griffin looking inside here.
Oh, he had someone there, and that was Brady Middleton, the junior, not able to handle the pass. So we have some action here midfield.
Ground ball, potential fast break opportunity here for the freshman.
Look inside, and he had a guy standing in front of the crease, and Kroslovitz comes all the way out from behind the cage, and that's a good rear check by Matt Lockman, excuse me. And Aggies.
Yep. Both teams looking to get into a settled rhythm here. It's been a lot of back and forth, so here's A&M's first set.
Yeah, Carter is working from behind X, setting up the offense.
There's 7 middies. They're waiting for these guys to get on the field so they can set up their offense here.
Yeah, and you see the substitutions made. That's a good observation, Trey. And it's like Eli Englehart working in front of the crease. See a quick dodge pass that hits behind the cage, actually. And Carter Schubert is going to be the starting goalie for the Horned Frogs. Lockman on the clear for TCU. And you see right now, how does this affect you, Trey? You see the ball not having much bounce once it hits the ground because this surface is literally like a wet
soggy
sponge
out there.
right? Yeah.
For sure. They're looking to get settled. I mean, it's a lot of back and forth in the middle of the field. A little sloppy, but that's all right.
And that's Cash Bowling on the clear for the Aggies.
Good save there. Carter Schubert, my man Scoop.
Lockman working across and right in front of us. Sam Ferguson Jr. Ferg not able to handle the pass from Lockman. This turnover going to go to the Aggies. And I think the importance of this game right now, if you're Coach Purcell, you want to see, obviously, winning the ground ball war, number one. But what are some of the other things that you want to see to get a victory here today?
Yeah, they're going to be testing out their offensive sets. It's a great opportunity to go through your plays and see how your new roster plays together. Good clear here.
And that's the freshman, Andrew Wilson. Tell you what, Wilson has some wheels. See how fast he got down the field. A penalty call. Looked like that was a rear check, but
got a little push from behind here.
So they did get the call. Okay, that was on Drew Benson.
So here comes the Frogs man-up crew. It's been a lot of back and forth so far.
Yeah, right.
Ball's been on the ground a ton. So now they have a settled possession here with a man up. Let's see if the Frogs can put one in the back of the net.
Yeah, and obviously man-up offense, very important. And in your days of playing, like I'm trying to make it in your days. I'll make you feel like the
Way
old guy.
back when, yeah.
Way back when they played with leather helmets,
Yeah,
Trey.
yeah.
When you have a man-up situation, what's your mind state go to as an attackman like you were? I mean, you know
Yeah.
that you have the advantage now, so what does your mind
I mean,
switch to?
You're going a lot of ball movement. You don't need to be dodging one-on-one because you have the extra man. Ball moves faster than the feet, and so we're trying to get the defense out of position so you get a good time and room shot or a doorstep shot. So they're going to be looking to move it, and lots of cuts as well.
As you see right there, you point that out perfectly as Will Gambrell comes in front of the crease. See them working from behind the X. TCU being very patient and methodical in a man-up situation, and a shot that goes across the goal from Matthew Lockman. Matthew Lockman, a guy that finished the season really strong, and honorable mention guy in a lot of MVP categories.
Yes, sir.
It's Will Shepard with a shot that had his stick affected.
Yep, so they're moving the ball. Oh, another shot here. Staying Frogs. So they're going to be moving the ball from X, turning the defense's head.
Okay.
So you'll see the ball come from X, back up to the top, turning the defense's head, trying to get them out of position so they can get a shot.
Right, and Horned Frogs back up top with Jack Storer. Storer on the move, trying to get a bouncer in the crease. Oh. And that's Lockman trying to get a cheap one, right?
Yep, a little BTB action behind the back. Back to A&M on the clear.
Crisp pass from the Aggies, finally on the clear. And as I compliment the crisp passes, one goes behind Braden Montgomery. Turnover as TCU takes possession.
Calling the missile minute with the ball up top here.
The missile.
Absolutely.
Colin the Missile Minute.
Yes, sir.
I will write that down and make sure that I refer to him only from this day forth.
Yes, sir.
As the Missile.
He's too fast. There he goes.
You see it right there in the Missile.
Good shot.
With the shot. Goes left of the pipe. Possession arrows now going to go with the Aggies. I believe Minute goes out of bounds. A lot of shots on goal for the Horned Frogs. Coming back the other way now are the Aggies. Ben Salazar gets the pass back up top to number 18, Alex Sansom. Jared Cordova for the Aggies working on the far side. Trying to get a pass in front of the crease. Looks like this is going to go out of bounds. That's almost a great save there.
That was great midi defense by number 42.
Absolutely.
Andrew Wilson. Who now has the ball.
Wilson getting the clear, gets it across, and that's to Ethan Griffin. Looked like Ethan Griffin wasn't able to. Oh, he was. He was able to maintain the pass and waiting on the offensive setup. Didn't get the call, but some kind of way that's going to be a turnover that's going to go to the Aggies. Did you get what that was, Trey? Because I didn't see it.
I didn't. It might have been too many men on the field. I missed it.
All right, and the
here.
Horned Frogs on the move again.
Little 3-on-2. There it is.
Oh, that's a situation. I thought we had him set up. That's Will Shepard, the freshman, with the shot attempt.
Yep.
And that's another save.
Back to the middle field. Frogs got it back. Andrew Wilson again. See what they can do here. Back to Mennett.
And the missile.
The missile.
caught off guard by Will Cotterer, who couldn't cross the line, but I guess obviously had words for him. Close
Number
enough.
33, Mason Wells, is back from an injury last year. Lefty shot, saved.
Wilson right at the crease with the shot attempt. And bit of a scrum. Now, can the Horned Frogs come out with it? Good rear check by number 2. Possession is going to go to the Aggies. A lot of back and forth here in the first period.
All it takes is one, and, you know, they'll be back in their rhythm here. But both teams looking for a settled, good look. And again.
Yeah, it's another one that goes out of bounds. Possession arrow. Now goes with the Horned Frogs. We're going to find out who has the magic stick, who's going to get this thing started.
Yes, sir.
Because we have not had a lot of shot attempts on goal, but no such luck. Number 2 is our mystery man of the evening. We don't have a number here for number 2. We will find out from Coach Mark Purcell who is that individual.
They're going back to their ones in midfielders. Will Gambrell, captain. Of course, Matt Lockman, big downhill dodge here, strong.
I'll tell you, 6'5", and that's talking to missile, that was a laser shot.
Another save. Stays here.
At the feet of Krostowitz.
Great save.
Boy, got an interesting story to begin this match. You see that? What a dodge there.
There he goes, Will Gambrell.
Will Gambrell with the bouncer at the feet of Jason Krostowitz.
Yes,
and there
sir.
it is. The guy with the magic stick to start things off is the captain, Will Gambrell.
Number 32, Willie G with the G. First G of the season.
There it is. Gets things started here, and there's an interesting story to start things off. Got an opportunity to talk to his father, Mr. Gambrell, who's here. Well, I tell you what, he should be like the Kelsey's mother who's at the Super Bowl, have 2 different jerseys on, because on the other side, he has Blake Gambrell, number 35, who's now walking on with Texas A&M lacrosse. So this is a family business, lacrosse.
Yes, sir.
Today in Fort Worth.
First brother.
Absolutely. Back down at the X, and that is a victory for A&M. I believe that was Carterer. Excuse me, that's Cordova that gets the victory at the X, but nonetheless.
Clear to Billy Niles. Billy Niles got so much speed. Fast. Fast, man. Fast.
Getting things set up is number 17, Billy Niles, the guy that you were just speaking about. Now, he didn't have a cool nickname like we got the missile for a minute. What would have got for Billy Niles? We got to come up with something here, Trey. Come on now.
Billy Niles, man. He's just he's speed. He's
Nitrogen
speed.
Niles. We're going to go nitro. We're going to have some fun here today, man. I tell you what, it's something else, man. Championship last year for TCU, and looking for good things.
Pass. Ground ball by Matt Lockman, back up to Will.
So Will Gambrell comes back across, and he tries to get another one. Same shot, same angle, different result this time. It's Anthony Arnold with the clear for the Aggies. 3:58 here in the first period. Aggies 1, excuse me, the Horned Frogs 1, Aggies 0. Anthony Arnold being patient, getting the ball out to Connor Cooper.
Yep. Looks like A&M is in a 2-3-1 set.
They are working that 2-3-1 set, trying to get back in front of the cage. crisp pass goes off of the head of Carterer. Aggies do recover, working on the far side. Pass back up top to Connor Cooper. Cooper with the shot and save by Carter Schubert. Schub. I believe that's the third save so far from Carter Schubert in this match. Aggies
Good
trying
check
to
there.
work, and that's a rear check.
John Bush, number 11.
Yeah, Bush doing some work with that long. Oh boy, things are getting chippy. Possession arrow now goes with the Aggies.
Yep. Looked like there might have been a cross check.
Cross check.
There.
Okay, good deal. And Salazar's pass goes off of the head of an Aggie.
Looks like both offenses are rushing into their sets and trying to force something a little bit instead of being patient. So we'll see if one of these teams can settle.
I asked you at the beginning of this match, what did you think about the conditions of the field? No, we've had some icy weather and a bunch of rain here in the DFW Metroplex. What would it be like to play on something like this? This is completely soggy.
Yeah, it's a little soggy out there. So balls are dying, like you said. You got to get after ground balls, and it also means opportunity to shift someone out of their shoes.
Right. Okay.
So we're looking from that from the Frogs right now.
Running back from behind the X is
number 13, Reed O'Connell, back up to minute. Two, the mystery man.
The mystery man. The missile gets the pass out back behind the X to number 33, Mason Wells. That's pretty good defense by the Aggies, looking to clear. And boy, what
good
a
ride
shot.
here from the Frogs.
Not making this clear easy at all is Brady Middleton. And that's another good takeaway by the Horned Frogs. Looks like that went out of bounds. No, that's a timeout call. Possession will stay. With TCU as they take a break. We'll take one too. We'll deal with that happen. How about that? Yeah. Back in action here at TCU, where your TCU Horned Frogs lead by a score with 49 seconds left in the first period. And as you pointed out, Trey, it's been a little bit sloppy, a little bit herky-jerky on the play right now. Neither team able to get in rhythm, although Will Gambriel was able to get the party started with the first goal.
Yes, he did.
But so far, a little bit sloppy play.
Yep, a lot of drop passes. Ball's been staying in the middle of the field, going back and forth on turnovers, but we'll see who can get it going here. Matt Lockman.
Matt
at that.
Lockman, he's seen him working across very methodically,
Yes, sir.
but able to get that ball off the left pole. And my goodness, man,
Yes, sir.
2-0, and that's what only took 9 seconds off of the clock from the timeout. So that was designed the whole way.
Design, they did a little fake handoff, and I don't know what that corner did to you, Matt, but he stung it, made it pay.
Made him pay. I love it. I love it. 2-0 here in the first period, and the Horned Frogs are cooking. Looking to get in a bit of a rhythm after the timeout by Coach Purcell. Down at the X was Joseph Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh going against Jared Cordova. Still trying to get the possession are the Aggies.
Broken stick.
Got a broken stick, yeah, exactly. Braden Montgomery on the move for the Aggies. Aggies trying to work from behind the X. Almost, gosh, had a cutter. And that's going to be the end of the first period. TCU 2, Texas A&M 0, and just a breakdown of what you saw there in the first period, Trey.
Yeah, I mean, the Frogs came out. They're all excited, A&M same, so there's a lot of rust being shaken off both sides, but Frogs were able to put 2 goals in the net on unsettled play, one from Will Gambrell, another from Matt Lockman. Good midfield play so far.
And defensively, there's been a lot of just, not allowing the Aggies to get many shots off. We didn't see a lot. I think they had about 2 or 3 there in the first period.
And both goalies looking outstanding.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I mean, how satisfying is that, to see your defense come out and play so aggressively?
It looks great. They're ready. They're settled, and Carter's a brick wall in there for sure.
Getting an opportunity before this game to speak with Coach Purcell, and his main focus was coming into this season was just, look, we knew how last season went, and a lot of self-evaluation went into last season for the team as a whole.
Yeah.
Because you did have some of those games that we talked about as well,
Yep.
those SMU games that you lost here on campus, but seems like after that, you guys went on a bit of a roll after that. And then you come into this season as the champion, obviously, graduating out and being on this side now. But what do you think is the thought process for these guys now as a team, knowing that you've reached those peaks of winning a championship?
Yeah, they've been there now, so they're looking to repeat that and keep that momentum going. And like you said, it's about experience. So they've been there, and this team could definitely repeat. They've got a lot of seasoned veterans. Big Ferg, 43, going back to defense right now with Traeger, Carter in goal with Josh Harrison. So that defense they're all returners right there. They're looking great. And JT at the X, he's a great Fogo.
Yeah. Back down at the X, as you just stated, for the TCU Horned Frogs is number 44, JT Macedo, on against, we get a hey mom, I love it, from Billy Nitro Niles.
Billy Niles, my guy.
Let him know we gave him a nickname on the spot. Couldn't allow you to call somebody the missile, and he not guy moving that fast at 17, not get a nickname as well.
We've got some great nicknames on this team.
And we have 2 Aggies tripping over each other at the X, and finally the possession. Nope. Possession, that ball goes out of bounds. Possession is going to go to the Aggies. Looking to clear. And that's another turnover for the Aggies.
Hayden Lundy.
Lundy setting up the offense.
Get their midfields on.
Back up top to Will Gambrell. Gambrell on the move.
Pass inside. BTB goal
How
by
about
Matt
that?
Lockman.
That is so pretty from Matt Lockman behind the back. Oh,
Pretty.
man. I asked you earlier, a guy that size is 6'5". You know, I'm used to seeing you, Trey. I mean, look, man, you're a mighty mouse. You're running in and out, man. You're all over the place. And here we have a guy that's 6'5" with a BTB. I mean, what do you do about that as a goalie?
Can't
because
do
of
much.
the can't do much.
Can't do much.
All right.
Yeah. Great dodge by Will Gambrell. Saw Matt inside, good cut, and put it in the net. BTB, real finesse.
Love it. Tristan Moncrief for the Horned Frogs. Setting up the offense, getting the ball out on the far side.
Back to number 16, Will Shepard here. Gets it behind at 38.
Shep on the GLE.
Brady Middleton. Looking
Middleton.
around. Middleton, another returner that wasn't able to play last year due to injury, so he's fired up to be out there today, I'm sure.
Man, I'd say he missed out on all the action last year.
That's right.
The Aggies setting up their offense. Alex Sansom. Getting the pass out to Ben Salazar. You hear these orders of communication. Yelling out 20. I don't know what 20 means, but I tell you what, everybody's saying it. What a move. And back across. That was a shot by Jared Cordova. Goes across the cage.
Unsettled here. No goalie.
And that's Alex Sampson. Sampson realizing that he had a shot opportunity with Carter Schubert all the way out from in front of the cage. Well, that was a gimme for the Aggies. That are now on the scoreboard with 12:22 here in the second. TCU 3, Texas A&M 1.
That's why you ride hard. Yep, so they're trying to create that unsettled situation on the ride, and we're able to shake one loose. Carter out of position, stole one there.
JT Macedo not able to keep his footing. First time I'm sitting here with you. I guess I'm almost into the action as Hayden Lundy comes lunging this way, able to miss the table.
Hey there, Hayden. I had to come over and say hi.
Is that what it was?
Yep.
.11:46 here in the second. As Jared Cordova works the middle of the offense, being guarded by Matthew Lockman. Settles to get the ball back behind the X. Great rear check behind the X from number 8, Joshua Harrison. Joshua Harrison, obviously from a good family.
Yeah, and he was able to get it there. Horned Frogs clearing. See what they set up here. Try to get into a short stick. One of the middies that can run it up.
How about this for Carter Schubert coming out of the cage again?
Grayson.
Substitutions being made. Number 32, Will Gambrell, runs on.
With E.J. Griffin.
A little bit of two-man game going on the far side. GL Lee. In comes Gambrell with the pass. And that's a score from number 26, Jack Storer. And just like that,
Yep.
TCU back up by 3. What did you think about that execution, Trey?
That's awesome. Unsettled. Will Gambrell did a great job freeing up his hands off the dodge. Made the defense slide to him away from the backside. Number 26 was freed up. Was able to catch and score. First home goal for the freshman.
How about that? And the way that they were able to make the defense collapse and go, all of the attention goes to Gambrell.
That's right.
Again, Weithman coming back this way.
Talk about a ground ball machine. Number 49, Grayson.
So we have a shot clock situation. Shot clock did not start. 75 seconds now on the clock. 10-11 on the game clock. Working on the near side, number 12, Hayden Lundy.
Got a wing dodge by Reed O'Connell.
Yeah, Reed O'Connell getting worked on the far side.
He's got a short stick matchup, so they're looking to exploit that on the wing. Pass beyond X.
Is that automatic green light when you see that short stick on you?
That's right. That's right. They're looking for the short stick matchups all around. Easier to dodge and free up your hands.
That shot clock is now under 10 seconds. TCU has to take a shot attempt on goal here pretty soon. Going to go with the shot clock violation, but I think they did have 2 seconds. And that's what they're pointing out. They're going to add 2 seconds added to the shot clock.
TCU's going to dump it in the corner here.
Inadvertent horn.
Allow their defense to get set up.
It had felt like we've spent a lot of time on the defensive end for A&M. All of the attention has been on TCU on offense.
Yep.
As the referee agrees with us. I love it. Long pass back across the field. That's going to go out of bounds. Possession is now going to go back to the Horned Frogs as Hayden Lundy brings the ball inbounds to Reed O'Connell. It's like they have the long stick on Reed now.
Here's a good matchup here. Number 1, Ethan Griffin. One of the best dodgers on the TC Horned Frogs. That's what he does here. Pass inside, going A&M's way.
How does it feel to say that, Trey? Knowing that you were one of the best dodgers on the team. Like, you're anointing people out here. You know what I mean? I just want to know, like, how does that feel? Like, I want to say back in the day, well, just 6 months ago.
Way back in the day.
6 months ago, your day. I mean, that was you.
Man, it feels good.
Yeah.
Wish I was out there for sure, but it's fun to watch these boys. They're having fun.
Yeah. 7:18 on the play clock. TCU up by 3. Score is 4-1. And in for the first time, number 35, Blake Grimm Gambrell. A little big brother, little brother magic going on out here.
Yep.
The TCU.
You love it.
Oh, man, and Carter Schubert was not going to allow that pass to go over the top of the cage.
Nice try.
No way I'm letting that happen. Not on my watch, says
Looking
Carter
for
Schubert.
that skip pass. He saw it across the crease there, but so did Carter.
Yes, absolutely. And it's like possession is going to stay with the Aggies. See, TCU capitalized on a man-up situation. Not so much now for the Aggies. They haven't had any man-up situations happen for them.
Yep.
And so I guess to say the least, this is TCU kind of playing error-free lacrosse right now.
That's right.
Trying to work it back behind the X, and that's Ben Salazar able to get the save. Nope, he goes out of bounds, and the possession arrow is going to go to the Horned Frogs as Harrison makes a long pass out to 42, Andrew Wilson.
Timeout. Coach Purcell is going to take some time and get a matchup he likes here.
Absolutely. Timeout taken on the field by the Horned Frogs. And as they take their timeout, we're going to take a quick break here on Game On Sports. Back in action here on Game On Sports. Please make sure to like and subscribe to Game On Sports on YouTube. We'll be bringing you all season long TCU Lacrosse and LSA Lacrosse. See, working on the far side, that's Lockman. Lockman makes a guy lose his stick, working from behind the X, looking for an outlet pass. Back up top to number 38, back down to 16 is Will Shepard.
Gambrell got another short stick matchup on the far side.
So we're going to start calling that mouse in the house, right? Yep. So we got that short stick matchup. We got to go to work immediately. Gambrell now working from behind the X, looking for a cutter. See the pick coming in. Oh, that's one that bounces off the pipes. You heard that shot.
Looking for that worm burner.
A worm burner.
Yes,
I like
sir.
it. Ethan Griffin, number 1, working in the middle of the field.
A lot of one-on-one dodging here from the Frogs. They're going to look for that off-ball movement.
Look at that, man. Showing a lot of love with that stick is the Aggies defenseman, number 15, Jack Johnson.
He's trying to create some bruises.
Let's go, Jake!
PJ looking to Will Gambrell again, down the alley.
And that's a
Another
shot.
save.
That was the matchup that you were talking about. They're looking for that to come back to it. They didn't want to come back to it immediately. They burned a little bit of clock.
Moved the ball a little bit. Now the Aggies got an unsettled situation again. And they capitalized. They capitalized.
Yep. They had numbers. Aggies come in and they get a score, and that's Carter Schubert. Against Carter Schubert, that's 2 with 4:17 here in the second. Aggies pulling with 2 within 2.
Yep.
Good job, D!
TCU 4, Aggies 2, back down at the X
Yep.
for the Horned Frogs. Number 44, JT Macedo, against number 13, Jared Cordova. Cordova is the usual suspect for the Aggies. Down at the X. Mark Purcell goes with 2 or 3 guys at the Fogo.
Yep. Back to JT here.
JT able to save the possession.
It's a good idea, kicking it out to Grayson. Grayson's a ground ball machine. Tough, tough kid, and got a nose for the ball for sure.
Mason Wells coming back across the field, looking to set up the offense. Being guarded by number 11, Scott France. Now working on the far side. There's a rear check that brings the ball off of the head of number 16, Will Shepard. Aggies on the move. That's a great rear check. Dislodges the ball, and that's number 5, Colin Minute.
The missile.
Not able to do anything with it. However,
There's
TCU
Bush.
earns the possession. Coming back is Hayden Lundy.
The captain. He's going to take my job.
Yeah, that's it's like Hayden's done that.
He does that. He does that. Hayden's the man. See what he's got here. Good matchup for him.
Oh, what a pass across, not able to handle it. Is that Brady Middleton
Staying here.
staying down with the Horned Frogs. Possession. Bring the ball out from the near side.
Trying to get it to his left hand.
How about that?
Looks inside.
What a move, though.
Staying here again. Hayden behind, keeping the possession with the Frogs.
Brady Middleton with the shot attempt on goal. Lundy trying to keep the possession behind X. All right, possession going to the Aggies, and boy, do we have a contingent here for Texas A&M
Yep.
on TCU campus. The Aggies do travel well.
Yes, they do.
All the way out of the cage. Here's Jason Kroslowitz.
Turnover, middle field, A&M. Can't play without the stick.
No, you can't.
That's a turnover.
Substitutions being made for TCU. Jack Storer, a guy that's scored earlier in this match. The minute 47 left in the half. We've seen Coach Purcell call a timeout in situations like this to make sure he has the perfect call. What do you think he's thinking here?
He likes this matchup, obviously. It's a one-on-one with a short stick from behind. Inverted look, you got middies up top. Like that, Will Gambrell sees EJ.
Oh my God, what an ankle breaker.
Get past deflected.
That errant pass going to go out of bounds with 1:07 on the clock. Opportunity for the Aggies to pull within one. Not going to make this an easy clear. Back store all the way out of the cage is Krosowitz. Trying to get over and finally do, but that is
John Bush in the middle of the field breaking it up there. We got Big Ferg trying to stop number 3.
And that's Will Cotterer for A&M. He catches a guy in front of the crease, and that is another score. I mentioned right at 1:07, and they score at the 29-second mark as A&M brings themselves to within a score.
A lot of unsettled goals for A&M.
Saw that scrum there in the middle of the field, not able to get possession were the Horned Frogs, and when the Aggies did get the possession, they had numbers.
They had numbers, and they broke down the defense and got them out of position again. So doorstep goal again for A&M.
Down at the X for the TCU is number 10, Tristan Moncrief. Going to get a holding penalty. Possession is going to go with the Horned Frogs.
We got 2 Fogos on the field. We got JT out there as well, number 44.
20 seconds here in the first half. Matt Lockman working the far side, GLE.
That's a scary matchup as always. Matt Lockman
trying to get back in front of the crease. 7 seconds. 5 seconds. There it is. And that's a shot attempt that bounces off of an Aggie. And that's going to be the end of the first half. TCU 4, Texas A&M 3. And I mentioned, as we were taking a break there between the first and second quarter, it seemed as though TCU spent a lot of time on offense with shot attempts on goal, not so much for Texas A&M, but I tell you what, A&M have been very efficient with the opportunities that they've been getting.
Yep, it's not about how, it's about how many.
How
so
many, exactly.
A&M put in the back of the net, unsettled situations, and we've got a ball game here.
It's now that you're into the half, what adjustments you see from the Horned Frogs that need to be made?
Yeah, I think, guys need to be unselfish on offense and move the rock around a little bit more. We saw a lot of one-on-one dodging and not a lot of off-ball movement. So hopefully they'll come out ready to work as a team in the second half.
All right, and that's what we'll be looking for as they take halftime. We will as well, and we'll be back right at the beginning of play here in beautiful Fort Worth, Texas. This is a Game On Sports production, and may I mention, again, please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Game On Sports will be with you all season long for all TCU lacrosse. So, guys, hang in there with us. We'll be right back at 8 minutes, 44 seconds to start the second half. Well, if you didn't know they were ready for the second half, maybe that'll let you know. Both squads coming out with a bunch of energy to finish off this match. Texas A&M now within one and making a case for themselves. Said earlier to begin the broadcast that A&M may have a little bit of revenge in their eyes right now. And Trey, starting to all the momentum is on the other side with the Aggies right now.
Yep. Well, the ugly first half's behind us now, and these boys are fired up to put some goals in the back of the net.
As we wait on action to resume here in Fort Worth, Grayson Weekman standing in front of us, a guy that is a ground ball machine. JT Macedo back at the X with Will Corduroy, and he takes body.
Ready to get physical out here.
I don't want to call that a takedown. That was more of a body slam. Okay. Thankfully,
WWE here in Fort Worth, Texas.
Hey, thankfully that was a soft surface that he landed on. So here we get action started as A&M working from behind the X. Back up top to number 13, Jared Cordova. Cordova back across the field. A&M looking efficient and ready to knot things up here. One thing you can always anticipate when it comes down to A&M, they are super aggressive and attack-centric. So they're looking to bring things even, but being very slow and methodical here.
Having a hard time getting the ball in the middle of the field. TCU's doing a good job on defense there.
As you see them clogging things up. It's number 42 showing love with his stick on the far side. Possession stays with A&M. That's a shot that bounces off of the pipes. That's number 10, Connor Legg. Legg thought he had a score.
Tell you what, Heckman, that's the goalie's best friend, the pipes. Goalie's best friend. They're saying TCU is closest.
TCU closest. Okay, possession goes to the Horned Frogs. Horned Frogs still up by a score, 13-33 here in the third.
Carter looking for an outlet pass.
Schubert gets it out to Gambrell. Gambrell being hassled by Braden Montgomery. And Montgomery, looks like they forced the turnover. A penalty called. Looks like there's going to be a man-up situation now for the Aggies, and Will Gambrell is serving the penalty. Wait as Gambrell sits in the sin bin. Didn't see if that was how long that's going to be, but he's there. Again, A&M, as you pointed out, Trey, having a hard time getting to the middle of the field. And wow, how about that for a laser shot by number 13, Jared Cordova. Caught Schubert asleep, and he whizzes one right past his ear as we are knotted up 4 apiece.
Little low to high. Good shot. Snuck past Carter. We're knotted up.
And here we are again, making things interesting. The Horned Frogs obviously are going to have to go into their bag of tricks to pull out a victory, as A&M has stolen all of the momentum from the first half and the continuation to the second. And how about that for a victory at the X by number 9, Joseph Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh trying to get the save as goes back across, and Lundy does a good job with the save. And possession arrow. It's going to go back to A&M.
That was a great win there by Joe Kavanaugh, but couldn't keep it for the Frogs, and back in A&M's possession here.
Johnston able to work thing back in the hands of Jared Cordova. Cordova is the guy that is responsible for us being knotted up at 4, and his laser shot on the previous goal.
Pass couldn't handle it.
Couldn't
So
handle the
going
pass.
back to the Frogs.
Absolutely. Joshua Harrison.
Grayson working down low.
Harrison back to Carter Schubert.
Look in the middle of the field.
Schubert, middle of the field, and there's an Aggie right there. However, how about that for number 16? He's just working. Whew. Not able to get it away from 16, but there's a pass. Okay, looks like the Horned Frogs able to keep it finally. But how about that for number 16, Will Shepard?
Great work there. Keep the possession for the Toads.
Hayden Lundy working on the far side, getting it back to number 2, the mystery man. No one knows his name, but we know he's pretty good. The missile.
The missile.
On
Down
the
the alley.
Down the alley, getting it back behind X. Oh, that's a pass. Gambrell not able to.
He's going to stay here with that soggy ground.
How about that, right?
Mystery man picks it up. Come on.
Mystery man on the dodge.
Great lefty dodge here, shot.
All right at the feet of Jason Crosslewitz.
Great save. Great shot, great save.
How about that? The Aggies have numbers. Anthony Arnold.
John Bush was on him like white on rice.
Yes,
Man,
he was.
All over that.
Connor Cooper able to keep the possession for A&M, and you are so right, Trey. That ball looked like if this ground is dry, that goes out of bounds on the last possession.
It was staying there.
Another penalty. They're going to play through this. Let's see, who did they get? I saw that it may have been Billy Niles, number 17.
Looks like JT is going to serve the penalty.
Okay.
And the Horned Frogs are man down.
Another man down situation. They just got out of that with Will Gambrell. Cordova back across the field. Back to number 18, Alex Sansom. Playing a bit of a two-man game. Behind the X, standing in the alley, little BTB action. Oh my goodness, from A&M, that's number 6, Eli Engelhardt with the score. And just like that, 9:49 in the third period. A&M finds themselves up by 1, and this has been all A&M from the end of the second to the third period. They are on a roll.
They are. They are. Horned Frogs are going to try and stop the bleeding here.
What's been the difference, Trey? I mean, you saw the way that the Horned Frogs came out being aggressive, and they seem to nullify a lot of the attack from the Aggies, but not so much here in the second and third.
Yep. Giving away penalties, giving the A&M Aggies that man-up possession really hurts, for sure.
Another victory at the X, and that's Tristan Moncrief. Tristan Moncrief's pass ricochets off of the head of number 7, Anthony Arnold. And here we go again. Nope, Horned Frogs get the possession back.
Will Shepard. Slowing it down for the Horned Frogs. saying, let's figure this out, boys.
Yep, there you go. And he gets the ball back up top, does Will Shepard to number 3, Will Gambrell. Gambrell up top to Ethan Griffin. Get him trying to work the alley right now is Shepard. Shep doing the work, getting to the top of the crease, looking for a cutter. Looked like he had a guy right there, not able to get him in time, is Matthew Lockman.
Will Gambrell back to Will Shepard.
Woo, what a shot. Oh, my God. Shepard is down. Boy, that was a shot. To Will Shepard. Good to see him get up and shake that off.
Yep, and it's staying here.
Very important for the Horned Frogs right now to steal back some momentum, Trey. They have been at the mercy of the Aggies between the second and third, and they've just, kind of like you said before, got them back on their heels. The man-up situations and penalties definitely being taken advantage of by the Aggies.
Yeah, looking for one back here.
Reed O'Connell coming back across the field, getting it to number 38, Brady Middleton. Middleton with the shot. O'Connell with the shot. A little bit of a roller, and on this surface, not going to roll very fast. And here the Aggies are again with numbers, working the middle of the field, and there's one that ricochets off the pipe, and that is a score by the Aggies. Did not get a number on that bus. That looks like that's number 0, Ben Salazar.
Yep.
Salazar with the shot, and again, you saw it from the beginning. They had numbers as soon as they were on the clear. That's a timeout being called by TCU. Obviously, Coach Mark Purcell can feel the momentum shift to the Aggies right now.
That's right. Another unsettled situation for the Aggies, and able to capitalize once again.
And that is exactly what they've been doing, is capitalizing on their opportunities, whether it be the man-up situations or not. But anytime they get on the clear, we talk about them, and
fast breaks.
They are one of those teams that they absolutely want to get out and run and attack you at all time. And Coach Cazzaro is just one of those, been an institution at A&M Lacrosse. And good to see him at per usual with another great Texas A&M team. But here we are, the Horned Frogs find themselves down at home by 2 points.
Yep, and they're calling this timeout to talk to the offense for sure, no doubt. It's looking a little stagnant out there, and you know they're looking for better looks than they've been getting. So
yeah, better looks all around. What's been, and we hadn't seen the same level of shot attempts on goal that we saw from the first period to the middle of the second. What adjustments have you seen that A&M has made to nullify that?
Unselfish ball movement.
Yeah.
Fast breaks, drawing slides and moving it, having a backdoor easy layup goal.
Both teams come out after the timeout. We are at 8:03 in the third. A&M finds themselves up by 2, back down at the X. For A&M is number 13, Jared Cordova. And for the Horned Frogs, number 10, Tristan Moncrief.
On the wing, sticks, John Bush. 1-1. Looking for that ground ball here on the wing.
Bush standing at the ready. A clamp down there by Moncrief. Horned Frogs able to get the possession.
Good GB. Possession Horned Frogs.
How about that by Moncrief? A little stick talk.
Yep.
How about that?
Little slim move.
How about that? Yep. and a little sportsmanship there by number 10, Tristan Moncrief.
And number 2, mystery man.
Back
with the rock.
The baller. Number 2. Don't know his name, but he's doing it.
He's doing great. Willie G. One thing about Willie G, Heckma, is he's got great twos. lettuce, if you will.
Okay.
Great hair. That's a big thing in this sport, and Will's got it.
He's got good lettuce, huh?
Matt Lockman, number 3. Come on.
How
Fire
about
these
that?
boys up.
How about that from Matt Lockman? Lockman's like, look, we got to slow this thing down a little bit. Got to get this party started again. And Lockman working the alley, standing in the crease. No Aggie can stop him. And at 6'5", shooting down over the top. He is hanging Christmas ornaments here in Fort Worth. The Toads now within a point with 7:15 there in the third. Exactly what you were talking about, unselfish play and obviously getting those easy layups, and you see that start to happen. Moncrief back down at the X for TCU. A little rear push action, nothing called. Possession. Now he does call it push, and possession is going to go to TCU. Let's see if they can do something with it to tie this match up here in the third.
Yep, game and run, so see if they can get another one
Oh,
here.
not over by a long shot. We've got plenty of lacrosse to go.
Little BTB pass
How about
from
that?
Hayden Lundy.
And Ethan Griffin working
Great.
on the far side.
Great matchup.
Griffin, woo, what a move by Griffin, boy. Looked like to me that was going to be a score without even trying.
Yep. He's looking for Hayden inside.
Griff on the move, that's a, boy.
Back to Lockman.
And you're looking to isolate Lockman right now. Lockman working in the alley, and that's a bouncer!
He's silencing the crowd over here.
How about that? One-on-one from Lockman, and he gets it tied up at 6:15 in the third.
Give that man a hat.
I'm telling you, how about that?
I think that might be his hat trick right there.
It is. 1, 2, 3. What a pretty shot, though. Recognizing that he had the matchup that he was looking for, worked the alley patiently, and as you stated, just a layup goal. Moncrief back down at the X. Coach Purcell may have found something. They're going to get offsides on Moncrief, and that's going to be
Quick to go, and A&M gets possession here.
here we are knotted up in Fort Worth. A&M again being patient, and this is TCU. See that defense clogging up the middle of the field in front of their crease.
Good slide there from Josh. Nope. Yep, no, that is Josh.
Josh with the long pole, showing love.
Billy Niles.
Niles trying to get a little work there. They finally get to the middle of the field, trying to work the crease. No such action. Joshua Harrison comes out with the ball in TCU.
Yep, and that's a bad idea, dodging on Billy Niles. Learned his lesson.
That shooter coming all the, Carter shooter coming
Big
all the way
pass
out
to
the
Matt.
crease. You see that ball just die on the ground.
A&M winning the ground ball war here.
And that was Cash Bowling. And how about that? It looks like TCU is going to have numbers, and oh man, the rear check brings the ball off of the head, and A&M able to steal that possession back. Eli Engelhardt working the alley on the far side, boy being haggled, and this ball is going to go out of bounds. Possession will go back to TCU. Andrew Wilson trying to keep his feet. Another rear check. Wilson loses his stick. Hard to play without that thing. And A&M wins another ground ball and possession to the Aggies. Jake Johnston. Substitutes being made by both teams. Sansom across to Connor Cooper. Connor Cooper setting up the offense, being guarded by number 24. Another shot attempt inside the cage and score by number 35, Blake Gambrell. How about
some
that?
fratricide going on. Trying to kill these Horned Frogs.
How about that?
Blake Gambrell.
This is a little sacrilegious, man. it is. Will Gambrell's brother is scoring out here at TCU. And this is a family reunion. We got the whole Gambrell clan out here.
One thing I know about Grayson here on the wing is he's had about enough of this. So
yeah.
he's fired up, get this ground ball for the Horned Frogs and get his boys going on offense.
Moncrief down at the X. Look like we're all locked up here. And Moncrief comes out with it.
Win to himself.
JT Macedo, like you said, two Fogos on the field at the same time as Moncrief runs off.
Yep. And get to Hayden Lundy, who settles it for the boys as midfield comes on. We got Mason Wells back up to Colin the Missile Minute.
Minute back over to the mystery man, setting up the offense.
They're looking maybe for some picks, you know, free up a Dodger off a pole or some one-on-one matchups with a shorty.
And you can see them bring the offense out a little bit.
That's right. Spread it out. That's the name of the game on offense. See if they can find a good matchup, a good pass there.
See Hayden Lundy being hassled, trying to work back inside. He loses
back on the turf
the ball, and it looks like Crosslewitz comes out with it, comes all the way out of the crease to get the possession. It's A&M now on the move. Splitting two defenders is number 13, Jared Cordova. That's willing and dealing from Cordova. Shot attempt by number 3, Will Carterer.
Just a bit outside. Staying here with A&M.
A&M up by a score. Cordova working in the alley, thinking better of it as another Horned Frog comes out to meet him. That's Joshua Harrison.
They're going to look to slide on that roll. Attacking from X here.
It looked like they were going to try and come back around, maybe a BTB, but not so much resetting the offense. A minute 29 left in the third. Mr. Man with the short pole, giving it all he's got, working in between the screens. Boy, and there it is, collapsing in front of the crease, and that's a, looks like this is a shot clock violation. And they get a reset.
I don't know about that one.
Okay. That's why, Trey, I looked over at you. I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't see it, but obviously the reset comes for the Aggies.
And Carter again.
Save.
Picked off by Screw.
Under a minute left.
Looking
here
for
in
his
third.
midi subbing in.
Coming all the way out is
See if he can find Matt Lockman.
It was too tall for Grayson Weithman. Possession is going to stay with A&M under 35 seconds left here in the third. A&M finds themselves up by a point.
Look across. Help him! Help him!
Braden Montgomery here on the near side. Get it back across to Jared Cardova.
About 10 seconds left here.
10 seconds to see A&M trying to get another score off by the end. 5 seconds. And that's going to be the end of the third. Texas A&M leads by a score over your TCU Horned Frogs here on Game On Sports. And Trey, not the matchup, not the game that we were expecting here. Seemed like this has been a lot more of a contest than we anticipated for the Horned Frogs. And man, this from the second quarter out of halftime, the adjustments that have been made have all favored Texas A&M.
That's right, and they're winning the ground ball battle and settling on offense, burning a lot of clock with that 1-goal lead. So doing a good job controlling on the offensive side.
As both teams take a break here to begin the fourth quarter, we're going to take a break with them, and we'll be right back to begin the fourth quarter. Back in action here in Fort Worth. I'm Heckman Harrison alongside the El Capitan, Trey Mauer. Let me make sure I say that right.
Uno mas. 15
man.
more minutes.
Down at the X was Joseph Kavanaugh. Cavi loses the ball off of his head from the rear check, and no one able to come out with it. And finally, Braden Montgomery does, as he has the long pole, and it bounces off of the chest of Carter Schubert. Boy.
Great save.
How about that ball just goes right into, it looks like it just went right into the head of
Flag down.
Carterer. Have a penalty. They're going to play through it. We'll find out as soon as the stoppage of play happens.
Yep. Free play here for the Aggies.
And you see them taking it. They know it too.
Yeah, they're slowing it down.
Yeah. No matter what, they're going to get the possession back. So trying to set up a score. You see JT Macedo out on the far side, showing a lot of love with that stick. Defensively, Horned Frogs going to have to make something happen here in the fourth. They're just dancing around, boy. They are being really patient. Not what we've been used to seeing from A&M,
right.
And that's an easy save from Carter Schubert.
Yep, an absolute lollipop for Carter there, and they're going to be man down though here. So A&M with another opportunity.
And I don't want to misspeak here, but it seems as though they have scored in every man-up opportunity that they've had in this contest.
Just about, if not, they have definitely capitalized on all of these situations that the Horned Frogs have given them. You know, penalty after penalty, putting the ball in the back of the net for sure.
And Joe Kavanaugh is serving the penalty for TCU. Man-up situation right now for A&M. Ben Salazar working from behind the X, finding a cutter, and that's a shot attempt that's going to roll to the freeway from Jared Cordova.
Another great save.
How about that from Carter Schubert? Recognizing they're trying to catch that side pocket. Working from behind X, looking for a cutter. And he comes right across the face, right on the line, the crease. And Ben Salazar with another score for the Aggies. 12:42. Texas A&M 8, TCU 6.
Just like you said, Heckma. They have capitalized on every single situation, on man up and on these fast breaks, getting doorstep goals.
And it's when they recognize that they have that situation. What I'm seeing, Trey, is they're being slow and methodical on offense, and they're finding those, like you called it, the doorstep goals, getting in around the crease. They're not trying to do anything from too far away. But this has been them capitalizing on every opportunity that they have. Has been the Aggies from A&M, and they find themselves up by 2 here in the 4th, back down at the X.
A lot of tick. A lot of time left in this one, though.
It's like we've got a holding call here on Moncrief. Possession goes to TCU. Moncrief
drop pass,
not able to maintain the pass, and Lockman does a somersault in the middle of the field.
Hayden Lundy with the rock.
See Lundy trying to get the party started. Being defended by number 24, Cash Bolin. Middleton directing the offense for TCU. Middleton back across the wheel.
Downhill dodge. That's a great matchup, great shot, just a little bit wide.
And what are you seeing from the matchup from Will Gambrell? Because that was the setup to begin with.
Yeah, he's getting high, off ball, and when he catches it, he's going downhill fast. He's got a great first step.
See Ethan Griffin bringing the ball inbounds for TCU. Back in front for number 16. That was a shot attempt on goal that ricochets off, and that's Will Shepard with the shot.
Two great looks there.
Yeah, it really absolutely was. Jake Johnston.
Good job, Jake. Let's go. Lights up.
With the defense. And, man, so far it looks like A&M is tightened up on their defense, even like you said, even with those great shot attempts, they're not letting go of anything easy. So Ethan Griffin brings the ball back inbounds for TCU.
He's again got a good short stick matchup. He's going to take him down to the wing. Try and get top side uphill here probably. Oh, he goes down.
Back behind the X. Let's see who's closest to it.
Got Lundy back there.
Lundy not able to keep the possession as A&M comes out with possession. Looks like it goes out of bounds. Possession stays white. TCU will have the rock. Mason Wells dancing in the alley. Working back behind X, looking for a cutter. Will Gambrell back up top to our mystery man, number 2, who's had himself one heck of a game. We're going to add a name to that guy, okay?
We will. We will.
Call him the Mass Crusader.
High to high. Saved.
Man, I tell you what, they have across the hits. A&M on the easy clear. Jake Johnston had himself one heck of a possession right there defensively. And here we are again, 10:05 left in the fourth. Defensively, TCU has to tighten up.
You can hear Tony calling for that invert, so they're going to try and get a dodge from X here with a short stick. On a short stick. So it's going to be a...
And he has it. There's the matchup you're talking about. Absolutely. And here he comes. Trying to get back to the middle. You see him waiting on him as well. Everyone heard the call. Ben Salazar has definitely been a guy that has impacted this game.
No doubt.
And you see you got a guy standing right around the crease as Carter Schubert with another save, and that's shot clock violation. we got a lot of referees out here, guys. I'm sure you can possibly hear them. But nonetheless, TCU takes the possession. Carter Schubert back across number 2 with the clear. Bit of a ride, light one. Back to
looking for help. Number 5, Colin Bennett, the missile.
Missile being patient, setting up the offense, getting it back up top.
That's right. You can see Mason Wells calling for the Frogs to slow it down. Let's get a good look.
What's your mentality right now, Trey? You're with 8 minutes. You got to continue to attack.
Yep. You got 8 minutes. I mean, you're looking for a settled possession where you can move the rock and get a good shot. Don't need to force anything yet.
Look at O'Connell in the alley. Looks like he had an early opportunity, pulled it out. Boy, as he has some guys on him on the far side, and A&M steals another possession. Croslowitz all the way out from in front of the cage. And that's good defense. And they have numbers again, but being patient, that was real Cotterer.
Yep. They're going to slow it down.
And was that just a byproduct of recognizing that you have the lead, you have time on your side, no sense in forcing another one.
Yep.
Take
Use that shot clock, exactly.
Use it, there it is. Billy Niles defending. Another save, Carter Schubert. And
good find to Billy Niles. Got speed in the open field.
Nitro in the alley.
He gets a step.
Gets it back behind the X. They had some numbers there quickly. And those numbers dissipate as you see A&M.
Back to Billy Niles.
Set up their defense.
Sees Will Gambrell being defended by Blake Gambrell.
How about that?
Brother on brother matchup right here.
And I'm sure Blake knows all of his tricks, right? And that's another shot attempt and another save by Croslowitz.
Blake bringing it up for the Aggies.
Gambrell brothers on one another again. Now on the other side, let's see what Blake does. Will took a really quick shot on that last possession. Pass.
Turnover.
Yeah, another turnover for A&M.
See if the Horned Frogs can capitalize like the Aggies have been doing all game. In the middle of the field, Matt Lockman too big and too strong to stop that man.
It makes two A&M defenders running to each other. Rockman passes out of it to Lundy, and looked like he had the angle.
Yeah. Got a flag down. Man-up situation for the Frogs.
Hadn't had one of those in quite a while.
It's been quite the scoring drought on this side, so Horned Frogs going to try and create a play here. Get closer to tying this thing back up.
And 5:40 in the fourth. This is a must-score situation right now for the Horned Frogs with the man-up advantage. And what's your execution in man-up situations like this?
They're looking for a quick pass and a shot off the wing, it looks like.
Matt Lockman comes all the way out. Lockman passes back behind the X. Lundy.
They're saying crease.
Oh, crease violation by Lundy, and boy, that was close. Scott France being hassled by Will Gambrell.
Josh Bush with the ground ball. Trying to find Matt again.
Yeah, Matt Lockman is just so big and fast.
Will Shepard.
Geshep trying to get to the inside and behind the back pass. 4:40 here in the third. A&M still up by 2. And even with the man-up situation, TCU not able to capitalize with the numbers. Across the width, all the way out from in front of the cage. And numbers for A&M, another save, 2
doorstep saves.
Oh, by Carter Schubert. How about that? Things getting a little chippy.
Things are getting just a little chippy out here, Heckma. Horned Frogs, they need a man down stop pretty bad here.
Possession stays with A&M, 4:16 in the fourth. A&M up by 2. This has been a back and forth battle. Starting out primarily, it looks like TCU was just going to roll to a victory, and somehow between the second and third quarter, A&M stole all of the momentum and have continued and just have kept it. Being patient on offense, using every second on the shot clock, now being up by 2. Here they find themselves again right back, and that's Carter Schubert.
Trying to get it out to his leader, Traeger.
There's nothing you can do there. Number 14, boy, I tell you what, they are running to get the ball, and this ball is just dying as soon as it hits the ground.
Grayson, ground ball machine, I'm telling you, and he does a great job clearing the ball there, finding Billy Niles.
I'm telling you, Weithman obviously had a summer job at an ice cream parlor because he can scoop that thing out easier than anybody I've seen. And this is specialty.
Yep. Yeah, he actually interned for Dyson. He's an absolute vacuum. Absolute vacuum.
I love it. He's a vacuum. And here we are, 3:18. Looks like there was I missed it, timeout called on the field. As they take a timeout, we're going to step away here at the campus of TCU. This is a Game On Sports production. We'll be right back. Back in action here on the beautiful campus of Texas Christian University. Harrison here alongside El Capitan, Trey Mala. Trey is 6 months removed from being out here balling. He's crying.
Miss it.
But he does have his stick with him.
Yep.
Let's call it his binky. Now, every time we do a broadcast, are you going to bring your stick with you?
My spoon?
Your spoon, excuse
Have
me.
to.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
have to.
I love it. I love it. He's not addicted. He's not attached.
Maybe a little bit. 3:10 left here in the fourth. Thank you for
Play
tuning in
resumes.
to Game On. Matt Lockman.
You
Will
see
Gambrell.
Lockman doing some really good work. You see him setting up the two-man game between him and Gambrell. They moved it over to the other side, and Krasovitz with another save for A&M. We talked about him at the beginning of this contest. He had a lot of shots. He was peppered with a lot of shots.
Yeah, he's been great all game long.
Yep, and here in the second, third, and fourth, man, he has been locking things down. Trying to get the clear.
Wow.
Boy, not making life easy. Still going to keep possession with, okay, possession's going to go back to, boy, he pointed that way, so that's what. Well, maybe that was a mistake. Good thing he cleared that up. Gambrell, Lockman, Eve, and Griffin. Gambrell bringing it back across, looking for the cutter. Gosh, and he had Brady Middleton right in front of the crease, not able to capitalize. Oh, so close.
It's a great look. Inside. Didn't put it on the net. Hayden riding here.
Hayden on the right,
Great
rear check. How about that
and
ball?
a great ground ball. Oh, still down.
Did you see that ball go into the ground? What was that all about?
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
man.
Staying here with the Horned Frogs, Matt Lockman, number 3.
Lockman Griffin doing a little bit of a two-man job here.
I would love to see a little pick and roll, free him up with a shorty.
Got a minute 30 left in the contest. Lockman's going to have to get on the move. He's being haggled in the alley. Got to get something off quick here if you're TCU.
Sweep dodge. Gets it to X, to Lundy. Back up to EJ. On the wing. Fake.
Oh, how about that for the
Lost
fake?
his man. Another. Is that a kick save?
That was a kick save. How about that? How did we? Wow.
Unreal.
Kroslowitz, my goodness.
Matt Lockman, too strong. Fires up the crowd here.
That shot from Lockman, boy, it had some power on it. Been asking how Kroslowitz, he has missed. He's been peppered with shots. That one save before that shot by Lockman. Tell you what, the kick save was awesome.
Sure. Lockman's had enough, though. 54 seconds left in this matchup. For you watching at home,
Here we
the
go.
Horned Frogs are down by 1.
And here we are. To make things a little bit interesting, Tristan Moncrief down at the X. And if the Horned Frogs can get a score here in 54 seconds, we're looking at tying this matchup up. Stop and play. Possession stays with the Aggies. A&M up by a score, 48 seconds left in the fourth. Substitutions being made. Jared Cordova runs on for the Aggies. Grayson Weidman on the ride.
Yep. If I'm A&M, I'm just playing keep away at this point.
That's exactly what they're doing with 32 seconds left. How about that from Carter Schubert? That's a save that ricochets up, and A&M able to keep the possession with 19 seconds. Billy Niles doing everything he possibly can. It comes off of the head, but that's nonetheless Connor Legg keeps the possession. And just like that, A&M comes into Fort Worth and exacts a little revenge here. Trey?
A&M had that chip on their shoulder, and they got it done. You don't love to see it, but early season game for the Horned Frogs. They're going to bounce back from this and learn something.
No, definitely a lesson here in Fort Worth. Man, they played their hearts out, especially in that first quarter. Came out on fire. All of your guys, your usual suspects that you expect to come in and be gamers, did exactly that. There's, you know, we talk about guys like Colin Minnitt, Lockman, Ethan Griffin, Hayden Lundy. All of these guys made the stat sheet, did a lot of great things today, but nonetheless came up a little bit short. And Trey, if I can just get your eyes on what you saw today, what was the difference in this matchup and the reason why the Aggies came away with the victory?
Yeah, just you know, winning the ground balls. A&M had control there and capitalizing on mismatches, fast breaks, unsettled possessions, and putting the ball in the back of the net. And you got to give kudos to A&M's goalie. He did a great job today and was able to hold the Horned Frogs one goal shy.
It was so much of a back and forth. Again, we talked about at the beginning how hot TCU came out, but it was, for me, it was those man-up situations that the Aggies definitely took advantage of. And for their man-up offense, say just a little bit about the way that they executed in those man-up situations.
Unselfish play, like I said, and moving the ball offside, finding doorstep goals on the backside. So they did a great job. But, hey, there's great play from TCU. Will Gambrell, Matt Lockman with 4 or 5 goals today. Just a great performance from him. So they got great talent. They'll be back. They're going to see an A&M again.
That's right. And I tell you what, this was an incredible contest here today in Fort Worth. Not what we wanted, obviously, always wanting the Horned Frogs to come out on top, but it was highly contested, back and forth, the kind of matchup that we anticipated that it would be. And so, look, until next time here on Game On Sports, for myself and Trey Mala, Fred Gardner, Game On Sports, and the whole crew that's out here doing a phenomenal job. Jim, in mid-season form already, Jim. Got us all. Tim with a T. Why did I call you Tim? I don't know. But either way, I love you and thank you. If you get an opportunity, please go in and subscribe, like Game On Sports. We'd appreciate it. And we'll see you next time for more TCU Horned Frog Lacrosse.